Well, Bears lose another one, 17-9 to the Minnesota Vikings. And that all but sears their whole playoff chances of ever making it. Justin Fields was 26 for 35, 285 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 turnover. Kirk Cousins, he had like 87 yards. And I think Dalvin Cook, he had like around 20 carries for 70 yards. And Robert Quinn, man, I don't know what this guy is doing, but he's been playing out of his mind. He has 16 sacks a year. He's definitely going to break the record. Defense was just playing their hearts out. I didn't expect the secondary to just, be balling out like that, especially with our whole secondary depleted, all of our starters from Jalen Johnson to Tashawn Gibson and Eddie Jackson. But you saw how the defense was communicating with each other. They're all on cue. They're communicating well. Defense did all they could to keep this team, to keep up with this team. And the offense did not want to respond. Only 3 freaking points. 3 freaking points. You went in the red zone how many times? Not once, not twice, not 3, not 4, but 5. 5 freaking times. 5 times in the end zone. Or 5 times in the red zone, I'm sorry. And you still could not convert any points, any touchdowns. But only 3 points. And we're not counting that whole measly touchdown they had in the end. That doesn't count. And for God's sake, man, what the hell was that play that they were trying to run? Trying to run like a play action while there was no running back. Like, Nagy, what the hell are you doing? You are handicapping Justin Fields, man. Yeah, granted, Justin Fields made some mistakes. Man, my hair looks so bad right now. I don't know what it is. Granted, Justin Fields made some mistakes. I give him that. The fact that he was able to stare down Darnell Mooney for too long and was able to take that uncostly sack and that fumble, man. I don't know what Fields is doing, but he needs to stop fumbling the ball too damn much, man. That's his problem. He doesn't know how to hold the ball. And that's what causes us so many of these turnovers. But other than that, Matt Nagy again handcuffs Justin Fields, making all these dumbass play calling that didn't make any sense. Just didn't make any sense. I mean, and for the life of me, why can you never, ever, ever get your players prepared? False start on Tevin Jenkins, and then another costly offsides on who was that guy? Came out the practice squad. I forgot his name. From North Carolina. I forgot his name. But he got offsides. I don't know what's going on. It seems like every single week the team is never ever prepared. And speaking of defense, Sean Desai needs to be fired too. Why was Thomas Graham kept in the practice squad? At this point, he's better than Kendall Vildor. Kendall Vildor makes everybody a Pro Bowler at this point. He makes everybody a Pro Bowler. If you saw that Kendall Vildor was playing bad, why didn't you put Thomas Graham in the active roster? Why did you keep him in the practice squad? The cornerback 2 committee should have been a competition. It should have been a competition to see who was better. And you chose Kendall Vildor, who was not that good. This whole coaching staff needs to be fired because they're really handicapping these players. You have so much talent on this team. You have Roquan Smith. You got Khalil Mack. You got Justin Fields, Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet, and you don't know how to utilize these players. You don't know how to utilize these players. You don't know what type of personnel to use for certain play calling. You don't know the type of players that needs to be set during certain situations. And that's why you get the results that you have, 17-9. or 17-3. And it doesn't make any sense. It's just so hard being a Bears fan, man. I swear, it's just so hard being a Bears fan. And this is what we have to endure almost every single year. No consistency. Like, we need a voice in this front office, in this organization, that's gonna put up with no BS from the McCaskies, because the McCaskies are so afraid. I don't know what it is, but the McCaskies are so afraid to hire somebody that's going to challenge them on their ideals. Look what happened in 2013 when they didn't hire Bruce Arians. They ended up hiring Mark Trestman. Look what happened when they didn't hire Chris Ballard. They ended up hiring Ryan Pace because he was a yes man. And this is a recurring cycle, year after year, decade after decade. And think about it. The last time he won a championship, Papa Bear Hallis hired Mike Ditka and Buddy Ryan, who are two no-nonsense, no BS type of coaches that held you accountable. That if you didn't tackle like Eddie Jackson, that if you were loafing Allen Robinson, you were gonna get your ass put on the bench. You were going to get put on the bench. I don't care how much money you get paid. I don't care if you're a superstar athlete. If you didn't perform, if you didn't put your best foot forward on that field, gave 110% on that field, you were going to get put on the bench. I don't care who you are. And that's the type of coaching that we need for this team. A no-nonsense, no type of BS head coach. And if the owners don't see that, if the front office don't see that, then we Bears fans need to not give our money and our time to this team. All right, guys, this is your boy Kofi, and I'm out.